love Pisces season so much because my moon's in Pisces and my rising's in Pisces, and I'm a Virgo sun. So it's a time of the year for me, especially, that I feel more awake. Oh, and this wants to just come out. And that's funny, right? Love and laughter. I feel really great this time of year. My mother happened to be a Pisces as well. So this time of year is always about celebration, love, happiness, laughter, continued blessings, and things like that for me. With Pisces also being ruled by Neptune, there's that aspect of like dreaminess and really like sowing your seeds in a sense, like of like knowing that your dreams can become reality. So kind of like somebody waving a magic wand at you, you know? So that also, it's ruled, I believe, also by Jupiter, depending on like how you can, you know, how you view astrology, and there's many different components to that. However, but there's Jupiter that has that influence with Pisces too, which is like expansion and growth, travel. So there's a lot of fun things on the rise here. I'm going to do a collective reading for Pisces energy to see what's coming up. So I'm just shuffling these cards now. And if you notice, they are two different decks here. First one is the Greer deck, and then you're going to see like the plaid, you know, Rider-Waite style, but they're not actually Rider-Waite. They are cards that I have created, you know, over the years to give my messages more power. So I'm just going to cut the deck. Even though it's just me, I like to cut the deck because it's just brings a rhythm. It's like a sense of ritual for me. So it's interesting because I was just saying to you guys here that there's a Jupiter ruling aspect to Pisces. So it's funny, is the first card I got is maximize. So maximizing, expanding is really important focus this month and throughout this season, and expanding on your dollars. So this is the Queen of Pentacles, expanding on your income, your wealth, your internal wealth, not just your material wealth, but your internal wealth, your prosperity, your abundance, what you want to bring to the world, how you want to exchange that out, and what that's going to be for you. But don't think that you're alone. That's what I'm hearing mostly. Is like, don't think that you're alone. Allow yourself to receive assistance. And facing the past without fear. This is something that you are going to have to look backwards on now. Not necessarily, you know, all the way to childhood, but definitely around that era of your life, because, you know, with the Pisces aspects and the dream and the illusory, there's that childlike essence that we have as Pisces energy. This brings up the emotive child, you know, so like looking back into things that may have not felt well for you in your childhood, in your adolescence would be really important. Face the past and make sure that you know, bless it, let it go, and let it come through, and not really attach yourself to who you were then to who you are now. It's all about breaking down the illusion this Pisces season. You also have Page of Cups. So this is really, I'm hearing it be more of around the time of adolescence. So focus on where you've been, what you've done in that adolescent time, things that you needed to release, things that don't serve you anymore, and certain thought forms and patterns that have been, you know, built in that area of your life. And then you have King of Swords too. So this is a complete overhaul, change of thought and process as you go. You have here also the King of Cups. So it's asking you all over to just be more emotional, more sensitive, but do it with a sense of strength. Like, you can't just be emotional with no movement behind it. You know, if you are stuck in your emotions, this is the time for you to kind of clear that up and really get more focused with what you intend to bring into your path and what you want, what you see for yourself. You know, the King of Cups is about being the embodiment of your emotion and really experiencing that, not to let it overcome you though. And it's a powerful piece of this puzzle coming together. So I just had to share that as a message, as a collective energy. And I'm gonna just go quickly through the zodiac and pick one card for resonant energy for each of you. If you have any questions on these, you are always welcome to book a reading with me through my website, and I will have all that information down in the description below. And starting with the first sign of the zodiac, we're gonna go to Aries and see what we have in store for Aries. Aries and Pisces season, what is it gonna be? Let's see. Butterfly. Okay, beautiful. Butterfly energy when it comes to the focus and the intent. What I'm hearing is like, this is a very strong transformational period for people with Aries energy. Energy having to be all about understanding your true beauty, your true wealth, and understanding of self. You're in allowing yourself to transform, really feel more focused, more driven, but understand that who you were is not who you were, you know, kind of expand to be. You need to grow, you need to allow yourself focus, and making sure that you are going ahead and announcing to people that you're beautiful, powerful, strong. These are important factors because there's a lot of the time that people that have butterfly energy tend to hang out with caterpillars, and you can't do that. This is the focus of understanding your own power, because a caterpillar, you know, that transforms into a butterfly doesn't fully understand that it's a butterfly until it's seeing its reflection. So you have to hang out with other butterflies at this time. Also, not like having the focus of, you know, what I feel here is like it's more of the wings of a butterfly. A caterpillar, when it transforms and it becomes that butterfly, what happens is you're not aware of your own beauty because a butterfly can't see its own wings. So taking the moment and having people pour into and allowing it is very important. So that's Aries for Pisces season. Let's see what comes with Taurus now. Taurus is one of my favorite signs just because my daughter happens to be a Taurus. Shout out to my little girl. Okay. Taurus. Meditate. So meditation for Taurus. Taurus energy tends to get really stuck and stagnant at points. You know, they get bored easily, but they have to do things at their own pace. I think that right now the message with meditation in Taurus is all about really taking the time that you know you need and applying it. Not necessarily like, I've got to meditate. It's saying to you to do it intentional. So it could be moving meditation, it could be music meditation, it could be drawing meditation, but it's time for you to take those times for yourself right now. And allowing it to come through you and not to you is important. You have here meditate. With that energy, it's also about bringing what makes ritual happen for yourself on a day-to-day basis. Very important. And let's see. Taurus. That was Taurus and Pisces. Let's see what we have here for Gemini. Gemini is another sign that I enjoy because Gemini is my north node. So I really like that sign too. It's like all community, all like messenger vibes, you know? So I really like it. Let's see what we got. Gemini. And Gemini is gonna have like a different type of energy to it. And you know what? I'm gonna actually pull 2 cards for Gemini because there's 2 aspects of Gemini. Plus there is Gemini, the fact that it's ruled by Mercury. You know, this is like really intense because Pisces season, this season is going to be enveloped with Mercury retrograde. So I think that you guys, any Mercury ruled sign, which is Virgo and Gemini, I think you guys deserve 2 cards. So I'm going to pick 2 cards to expand that for you. Gemini, what's up? What's up, Gemini? Let's see. End strife. Okay. End strife with Gemini and Stormy. Okay. I knew that was gonna come. I felt that. Okay, so with Stormy energy, ending strife and Stormy energy, what I'm seeing here is Mercury, it's going to be a very shaky time for you, but it's also going to be very rewarding. It's going to be very expansive in the sense of understanding what you're capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing, and allowing people to assist you. I just keep on hearing allow people to assist you, and I keep hearing this over and over with the things that I was saying before. It's interesting how that comes up, but I'm trying to stay on topic, so let me do that. With Stormy energy, I'm seeing here like there was a trouble that you've been going through, not necessarily you know, show stopping, but you know, like trying to figure your niche, trying to find your flow. It's been a bit tumultuous, very busy. There's been a lot going on, and end strife, it feels to me that this is coming after a time of struggle. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's like, you know, I had a bad day and now my bad day is over. It feels like there's a significant piece of time. Like I want to say like the past 6 months, really letting things go and allowing things to be what they are instead of trying to control them around you. That's what this Pisces season is going to illuminate for you, is the need to have a release, but also it's going to be rewarding in the sense that you've worked for that clearing. So that's what I have here for Gemini. Cancer, let's see what we got for Cancer. Medicine Man Eye. The energy of this card is all about stepping into your path of healing. If you have felt that you have parts of you that need to help others, on an emotional level, but also on a healing level, I'm hearing also for me to tell you guys that you have to look into herbalism classes and healing classes, ways to heal yourself, and understand that healing yourself is healing all of your relations and all of your friends and all of your family. So understanding that this time of Pisces is going to illuminate that for you, to understand who you need to help, who you need to cultivate to help you. And that's what that is also stepping into the light of being a healer. So Cancer energy, get ready, because there's a lot of nurturing that you're going to have to do for yourself and others, but be ready, because you're going to have it coming. Okay, Leo. I was gonna pick 2 cards, which is interesting, but I'm gonna leave that there because for some reason I was gonna pick 2, and I didn't say 2 for Leo, but I felt drawn to pull it, so I'm gonna leave that there. But you have the Death card here for Leo, which is a great card. Don't freak out because there's a skull here, because people do that all the time, and it couldn't be the farthest thing from what you should actually do. The card, the skull, represents the mind, represents life, it represents transformation, and really transforming into a new person, a new reality, a new paradigm, and preparing yourself for that. Leo energy is fire energy, and it needs to be seen. So it's time to allow yourself to be seen in a different way, in a new way, and expanding that. And when you have the Pisces energy with that, it's going to ask you to change the way you're seen, but make sure that it's done in a dreamlike way. You know, like, make it your dream. Everything that people should be seeing from you should be invoked of like an idea that you've had in healing and helping others. And then I had picked here Earth. I don't know why. Okay, now I know why, sorry. But the energy that Quick just told me, the reason why you needed Earth with that is because Leo has the ability to have a really freaking big head about things. So don't get gassed, and don't think that you're better than anybody in that space. But you have to have yourself grounded for the moment. You can't just kind of think that you're the bomb in all those things, even though you are most times. But there's a humbleness that needs to be taken with this action. Okay, and Virgo. This is my sun sign, so I'm kind of gassed to see what I'm going to say for myself. So, interesting. I got Medicine Man Eye again. So Medicine Man Eye for Virgo energy is very different. The Medicine Man Eye energy for Virgo would be really working with the energy of the earth, going and helping others, nature walking, understanding your medicine, your internal medicine, and feeling grounded and more prepared for that, and understanding that this is a walk. So doing that, walking forward in those paths, but also understanding that Virgo is an earth sign, so it's more grounded. With that, it's also the sign of service. So it's really about implementing and sharing the things that you know, and helping in providing space to do so. So that's really important as a focus. For Virgo, and I'm picking that second card that I promised you guys because I got distracted with that Leo card. But second card for Virgo, which is Mercury ruled. Kirpan. Okay. So Kirpan, this card is about cutting off all the bullshit. No more playing small. No more fear. No more challenges. Anything that you really have been feeling brings you down, it's time to cut it off and let it go. Because cutting things off with that energy is the only way to go about it. Kirpan also, it's about cutting the energy off before it even starts at times too. So making sure that you are making yourself available for healing as it comes along is important when you look at the Kappan energy of how Virgo will often keep people around. And I can say this for myself in the past, but people will be drawn to Virgo because they are so selfless. And Virgo wants to be of service. So they allow themselves to be used and used and used until there's nothing to be had. With that being said, Kirpan, cut that shit off. Cut it off and do it quick. Because if you feel your energy being drained by anything or anyone, it's time to let it go. And what's this? 2 cards fell out. I'm gonna go to those later. Libra. Let's see what we got for Libra right now. Just 2 cards, it comes through. So, that's so funny. Huh. Alright. So, the first card that I have for Libra is the Evil Eye. Evil Eye is making sure that nobody else is putting energy at your back. Like making sure that you are not afraid of standing up for yourself, making sure that you stand up and verbalize to people, because you have courage here as well. That experience comes up and it says to me that you're used to having to defend yourself, but you also have a lot of protection around you too. So making sure that you stay continued in that blessing, in the sense of, I'm blessed, you don't have me, you can't do nothing to me, that's the focus. But making sure that you are more verbal about those things. Don't allow people to say things that make you uncomfortable, just to get along, because Libra tends to, be like, oh, you didn't mean that. Yes, they did. They meant that, and they meant to hurt your feelings. So don't let any of that go on. Scorpio. I feel like you should say Scorpio like Scorpio. Like it's like that energy of like, like, I like Scorpio people for the most part, but there's that darkness that comes with them that is always been very elusive and intriguing to me. I think it might be because of my placements in Scorpio. Anywho, let's see what we have here for them. Scorpio. Stormy. So stormy energy with Scorpio. Message that I'm getting here with that is, don't rock the boat. And don't rock the boat meaning, okay, what I hear is like with stormy energy, the card, I just shuffled it back in the deck, but the card itself is a boat, in stormy weather. And Scorpios tend to rock the boat. They rock the boat because they are the truth speakers. They are so honest. They strive for truth. So in your quest for truth, don't make people uncomfortable to be aggressive towards you. So if somebody's lying about something, don't call them out. Just observe that you're like, you know what? You're a lying ass. And I don't really feel like dealing with you. Take that knowledge, internalize it, do what you must, but don't bring it to them, and say, hey, you're wrong, you're a liar, blah, 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 because you're just then combating them. And what I'm seeing here is Scorpio, you have that energy of really calling people on their stuff, and it's going to be to keep yourself balanced and clear. you just don't want to even engage. Like with the people that you could easily engage with in that way. You just avoid them for the moment, at least until Mercury retrogrades over in Pisces, which starts on the 16th of February. You want to make sure that you're avoiding that confrontation until after the Mercury retrograde closes. And I'll have those dates, put them somewhere in the video of the Mercury retrograde date that it closes. But yeah, I wouldn't say anything until after that. Okay, Sagittarius. Where are we traveling to? I always feel like Sagittarian is, the traveler, obviously, but the one to always have the fun and bring the fun. I have some Sagittarius girlfriends, and they always are so loud and funny, and they always have the best times. So, okay, Sagittarius. Truth. Okay, so Sagittarius. This is interesting that it's, being the fact that Sagittarians are also truth speakers. And I will say that my friends that are Sagittariuses, they have the energy of telling it like it is. And, there's an old saying my mom used to say, is like, she does not take no tea for the fever. And that is totally the Sagittarian energy. They're always hyped, they're always ready to go, and things like that. But the thing is like, their truth is so raw that you can be offended, just very similar to that Scorpio energy. They have like very similar commonalities between the two of them, Scorpio and Sag, just because they bring truth, and they activate that within other people. I think that Scorpio, and I just want to go back to that for a second, I think Scorpio, the difference between Sag and Scorpio for me is Sagittariuses are more about their own truth, and then Scorpios are more about the truth of others. Like Scorpios can't stand a liar, but Sagittariuses are like, I have to be free and I have to be my truth. So there's very much the truth speakers, and when you have the truth card here, that energy is like asking you to have the truth out there, just like the feather of Ma'at. Ma'at being the deity in Egypt of truth and balance. It's asking you to make sure that you weigh your heart in spectrum to the, if something makes your heart heavy, let it go. You should be really focused on your own truth, how that feels, and making sure that your heart is as light as this feather. That's what I'm hearing for Sagittarius. You also have to focus on goals and planning and traveling, as that is, what makes you the happiest. But with the Pisces season here, I'm seeing that it's going to be not as easy to travel, but you'll be able to expand on other forms of travel, like astral travel. So if you're broke, definitely focus on astral travel and bring yourself somewhere on a fun journey, because Pisces is, like I said, the dream work, the illusory, ruled by Neptune. So definitely focus on learning astral travel this month. That would be really fun. And Capricorn. Capricorn, I love me a Capricorn. My husband's a Capricorn. So let's see. Power. Standing so firm in your own power is the message for Capricorn. Capricorn is, and it's funny, I'm looking at this card and I'm going to go back to what I was going to say, but this ball here reminds me of the core of the earth, right? like, but you have to allow yourself to share that power at points, because this is the open crown of that power of the core of the earth, your center, your emotion. But also, this is the crown of Haru. This in Egypt is, the center of creation, because this actually was a carnelian piece in her crown. So, with that being said, it's about invoking sensuality, sexuality, creativity this month for Capricorns, and allowing that to manifest more into business ideas and things like that. Capricorns are very focused and driven people. So think about how you can implement your own personal power into your mission. That's what I'm hearing with Capricorn. Aquarius. We're currently in Aquarius season as I'm recording this, but this is, like I said, for Pisces. Let's see. Earth. So, what I'm hearing is bringing your ideas finally out of the ethers and bringing them down to reality. That's what this is about right now, is for Aquarius to bring that airiness to a tangible plane, to be able to bring their ideas and their focuses down and actually utilize them for growth. And being that the earth is this entity that grows things, really taking the opportunity to let the wind of Aquarius, like the air of Aquarius, take your seeds and bring them wherever they need to go throughout the world. Bring this and allow your air to carry these seeds all over the earth, so you can grow your ideas in different avenues in different places. That's what I'm seeing here for Aquarius. And Pisces. Pisces season in Pisces. Oh, I love Pisces so much. What do we have? Breakthrough. Breakthrough. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I love breakthroughs, because when you have a breakthrough, it comes to a space of, it's like, shut up or do it. It's like, exactly why you're put in this position, and exactly what you want to do, and you see these timelines unfolding in such beneficial manner for you. You're really in your avenue. Like with Pisces energy in Pisces season, you really are having these things wake up for you, and seeing where your spiritual mission is going, and that's really the benefit to that. So keep going, and having that breakthrough is really just going to bring more healing into the world for you. And I did have 2 cards there that I just naturally put back in the deck, but I do remember what they were, and they were pyramid, because we're all about building right now, as people, as a collective, and understanding. And then we had friendship, so allowing friendships to build naturally, instead of like rushing them through this period, because of the energy of Pisces being very illusory. You want to make sure that you are building things at a steady pace, like not just jumping into friendships, because that could bring karmic ties to it. You want to make sure that people that you invest to are really invested in you. And that's what I got here for Pisces season. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. If you want to book with me, it's www www.demurelyfe.com. That's DEMURELYFE.com.